for my personal recovery, because I'm a recovering addict. Because I was doing fentanyl. I was selling everything you could think of. I've been arrested like probably 13 times altogether. Like I love jail. Like I'm comfortable there.
What?
Yeah. Just like, how the hell did I get like this? So
what was the wake-up call for you?
I found her, like, you know, she was dead on the bed, and they had, I mean, it's a dangerous situation. I can't go back to that lifestyle, because I'm actually thankful to be on probation right now.
Why you say that? Right now, you might be talking to thousands of people that might relate. You could save someone's life right now just by having the conversation. You have any messages, any word of encouragement to the audience, anybody that might be dealing with, you know, addiction? What's good, what? It's your boy DK the Barber. Today I'm gonna hook up the homegirl with a free haircut. We're gonna have a good conversation. Let's go ahead and hop in the video. So, what is your name and what do you do?
My name is Paradise. I work at a glass plant. I just started working there.
Okay, how long have you worked there?
For about 2 weeks.
2 weeks? You like your job?
Yeah, I love it. My teacher, because it's a work program, it's just a paid program. It's helping out people that, you know, have hurdles and stuff in their life to get a job and stuff. So it's called Recycling Lives.
Hey, you cheated on me, man.
I did.
Hey, y'all, she just cheated on me. Look,
shit.
She had a design right here.
I didn't think you were gonna see it.
She said it's not working out.
You ghosted me for.
Hey, I'm all pressing extra hard on your head now. It's like, damn, DK, man, bro, I'm sorry. I'm here now.
Feelings and shit. Yeah.
You gotta understand, when you go through those kind of phases in life, and you go through addiction, or you go through pain, or you go through loss, or you go through all these troubles in life, you are going to change it, or sometimes you do have to have someone miss you for a little bit so you get yourself together.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to take care of yourself. That's like number one.
I think even when people are in a good healthy state of mind, they should have a little selfishness inside them, and not selfishness as in like, oh, I'm gonna keep all this money to myself. Not that kind of. That's more of a greed, you know. I'm talking about be more selfish with your goals.
Right.
You know, a lot of people will like, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym because it's 2023, right? And 3 months into it, they have their best friend say, hey, you want to go out and drink? Instead of going to the gym, they're gonna go have drinks. That to me is lack of discipline. That's lack of self-love.
We call that self-care in NA.
Self-care, you know what I mean? I don't know, you know, a lot of people say that's selfish. Like, hey man, well, you never go out drinking with me no more, or you never want to hang out. Well, yeah, every time we hang out, you got to drink, right? But setting goals for yourself is good, and if they're your real friends, they're gonna understand that regardless, you know?
Right. I mean, I got a lot of friends. Well, I mean, I guess I can't call them friends because they were in my, you know, in my addiction, but they don't understand the selfishness that I have to have right now for my personal recovery, because I'm a recovering addict. And like they think that I'm just running away on them, and I don't give a fuck about them anymore.
And that's not the case at all. You just got to gather yourself first.
Right. I mean, it's a dangerous situation. I can't go back to that lifestyle, because, you know what I mean? Like that's relapse prevention right there.
You think hanging around those kind of people is what would get you in that situation or have you relapse again?
100%. Yeah.
So you're just doing the best thing for you right now.
Right.
So if they're your real fans, they would understand that, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, they're stuck in their addiction still, so I don't really expect them to grasp it, but I hope they do, because, I mean, they're good people, they're just in their addiction. And I miss them, you know, but I gotta worry about me.
You know what my dad used to always tell me? He's like, son, you cannot help anybody that doesn't want to help themselves. You got to wait till the moment where they're ready to help themselves, and then you go full throttle on helping them. So what you're doing right now is helping yourself, and I guaranteed if one of your old friends is like, hey, I'm getting clean, I'm in a home, I guguaranteed in a heartbeat, you would be there for them.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be there to talk, you'd be there to inspire, you'd be there
100%.
to motivate, right?
Yeah.
So that's all that matters, really, you know, as long as you take care of yourself. Right. How are you going to take care of any of your friends if you're not healthy, you know?
Exactly. Just like in a relationship, you know, like, you can't love someone until you love yourself. And I mean, right now, I'm just figuring out how to truly love myself. I'm still figuring out who I am, you know? Like, I thought I knew who I was for a long time, but...
How old are you?
32. I'm actually thankful to be on probation right now.
Why do you say that?
Because, like, every other time I got out of jail, I'd always run from it. But this time, since I had this new mindset about being sober and I'm actually doing right, so I don't got to trip every time my probation officer rolls up on me.
So the difference between now and then is then you were still fucking up doing the drugs and stuff, and now you're actually walking a straight line, so you're not even tripping about probation because you're not doing nothing wrong.
No, no.
Hell yeah.
I look forward to seeing my probation officer. I'm like, yeah, no, I got pulled over yesterday going to an NA meeting actually, and the cops walked up to the car and asked who's on probation, and I was like, me? Right here. I ain't doing shit wrong. then he let us go. But
that must feel so good. Huh?
No, it really did. It was an empowering feeling, really.
No anxiety.
Yeah, none at all. But probation funds my to stay there at that program. So that helps a lot with like being able to save money and shit, because rent there is pretty expensive. It's just sober living. It's really cool. It's laid back. It's like, I mean, I've been to like 2 or 3 in town, and I wasn't really trying at the time, but it's just like jail out here. You can't go nowhere. A lot of people from my program have actually like wanted to leave or actually left because of that exact reason. And it's sad. It's sad to see people leave. But I mean, I don't know. A lot of crazy shit happens there.
You want to get into any of it?
Yeah, I mean, just recently, I had to deal with one of my really close friends overdosing.
Right there in the home?
In my house. I found her, like, you know, she was dead on the bed, and they resuscitated her, but it was the first OD I ever witnessed sober, completely sober. And I didn't think it'd be that traumatizing. Like, I didn't think it would affect me the way it did, and I was kind of like pushing it off and just trying to
act like it didn't
happen, you know, like, but it just kept sticking in my head. So I had to talk to my sponsor about it and talk to other people, just reach out, you know. But I felt that girl's pain, you know, like she was going through a lot of stuff, and there was other underlying things that she was, you know, going through, but she's okay now.
When you're in a place, once you get out of the program, probation, everything's off, you're good, right? You think you ever be in a position to give back, or maybe reach down and help someone else that's going through something, maybe give out a message to someone else that might be going through it?
Hell yeah.
Because, you know, one thing I've learned is when I go through hard times, I try to learn from it and better myself from it.
Yeah.
And not everyone's going to listen to you, but if you can just help one person, like right now, if I can help one person that's watching this video with these words, or you can help one person watching this video with your words, I feel like our job here is done.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, I firmly believe that. I mean, that's like the biggest message in Narcotics Anonymous too, is just one addict helping another addict. And I didn't even understand that the first few times I went through, but it was probably because I was still getting high. I wasn't really listening to them in the first place, but now, you know, I got clarity. So
when you first got out of jail, you were still getting high?
No, not this time.
Not this time.
No, like because I was doing fentanyl, and what's it called? I've been clean from that since October 17th, but then I drank because I thought, you know, I don't got a problem with alcohol. I could drink, and I was still going around the people that I got in trouble with, and it took my clean date, and I didn't even understand that when I got into the program, but I had to have some integrity and tell my sponsor, you know, I drank, so does that take my clean date away? And she was like, yeah, it does. But I mean,
you know
I just
what?
shrugged it off.
Integrity and responsibility is the first step.
Yeah.
Because if you hide that, what's the purpose of you being in this program? What's the purpose of you even trying to help yourself, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that you went ahead and was open about it is the first step to you being successful in your journey.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
A lot of people would try to hide it, like it's only one mistake, but then when you hide it and you bury that, then you make another mistake, and then you feel the right to bury that too. And next thing you know, you're back in the lifestyle you're living, and you don't even realize it. It's just there, you know?
Yeah. Because I mean, I would have been basing my whole sobriety off a lie, pretty much. Like, you've always made me feel hella comfortable and shit, but it was just me, you know, like me not feeling comfortable with. I didn't want to be judged. Not saying you're a judgmental person, just like, but that's why whenever I would come around and you thought that I wasn't in my addiction anymore, like I was just saying that because I don't know, I hated being looked at like, or feeling like I was being looked at like that by everyone else, you know?
No, trust me, I understand. When I was going through my times, and the only person I really knew was one person, that's my wife, the person that loves me the most, you know?
Yeah.
And I understand the feeling of not wanting to tell people the dark, deep secrets and all the things that you do, because now there's an open door for them to judge. Now, just like we're talking about earlier, doing what we love, well, we should also be pushing the people around us to do what they love too, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
They don't really want to hear the truth no more. Think they scared how it make them feel.
Hey guys, if you guys have any other designs you want me to try or attempt, comment down below. I'm willing to do anything. I'm willing to try everything. I mean, this kind of stuff gets me excited, guys. I wake up in the morning and I can't wait to do these videos, can't wait to edit, can't wait to do designs and cut hair. So guys, please support the YouTube channel, comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to see next.
About cutting hair and stuff, like I appreciate that it's your passion.
But don't you think that's how everyone should be in their industry?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting into something because, you know, you want to make a living, but wouldn't you rather put that same amount of effort into something that you enjoy, something that you could, you know, learn from and you could teach someone else? And I just feel like if you follow your passion, you do what you love to do, then you'll never work a day in your life.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, but
and I know that sounds super corny, but
not really, because like the proof's in the pudding, you know what I mean? Like that's why I feel like you're so good at what you do, because you actually really love it.
Been a man, never question nothing that was in the plan. See it from my third eye vision, so I understand. Poolside.
So Paradise, if you don't mind me asking, what was the wake-up call for you? What was the initial decision? When did you make that decision and why? What do you think that wake-up call was?
To get sober?
Yeah, what was take us like through that day, take us through what happened in order for you to, you know, make up your mind on this is it and this is what I want to do.
Let's see. So the wake-up call was probation banging on the door trying to get in the house.
The wake-up call was the police.
Right. But I hadn't been in jail for 2 years, and I think that was the longest I've ever been out of jail, because I've been arrested like probably 13 times altogether. And I mean, it's kind of shitty that I say this, but like I love jail. Like I'm comfortable there.
What?
Yeah, like I am fully comfortable inside jail, and that is not okay with me.
That's not something you want to say.
Right. It's just like, how the hell did I get like this? So I just started thinking about it, and I actually had time to really like reflect. Maybe it has to do with my age too. Mm-hmm. Just getting old, and then I was out there on the streets for like 4 years, just being miserable as fuck, man. Like in life and everything. Whenever I was selling and shit, like. And I suffer with that too. Like
you were selling like what, drugs and stuff?
Yeah, I was selling everything you could think of: pills, fentanyl, meth, all of it. I mean, I was the one-stop shop.
So is that why the cops woke you up that morning? Is that part of the wake-up call? Is why?
Yeah, they came from my connect. He was living with me at the time, and he had a bunch of guns and a bunch of fucking shit at the house. And I was just caught in the crossfire because I had a warrant.
Oh snap!
So did you know that they were coming for him?
No. If I knew, I wouldn't have been there.
Yeah. And guess what? Life is weird because God has His way. He has His way of aligning things. If you would have like found out that they were coming and you left, you would have been in the same fuckery that you were before. You know?
Yeah, for
so
sure. So
it's even though you had to go through the slums, you had to go to jail, and you had to do all this bull crap. It's kind of a blessing in disguise because. Yeah. Look at you now, sober, yeah, exactly. You look good, you got a good job, you know what I mean? You got your place, you're living on your own, you know, you got all these positive things going for you.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right, because I mean, that was, I mean, I wake up every morning and thank God, like every day for my addiction and for that wake-up call and just that going to jail that day, because you're right, I wouldn't have anything right now if it wasn't for any of that. Like, I don't regret anything in my past. But, you know, I mean, it makes me who I am today. I just have the ability now to change it for the better and be able to move forward.
Not just that, but remember what we were talking about, teaching someone else?
Oh, yeah, for
right
sure.
Right now, you might not seem like it, but right now, you might be talking to thousands of people that might relate. You could save someone's life right now just by having the conversation. And you're brave enough to have the conversation. You know how many people won't have a conversation just because of comfort or just because of what people think or just because of this or that?
Yeah.
So the fact that you went that, you know?
Yeah, I know. Like, Narcotics Anonymous, period, in general, is just like it's a beautiful thing. Like, I met some of the most amazing people in this program, and they're all recovering addicts. But to bring it back to your question, the biggest part of my wake-up call was, I think I got out of my 13-year relationship with my ex-girlfriend, and we were using together, and I've always had to hustle to take care of both of us so that we had somewhere to stay and money and stuff. And don't get me wrong, we were homeless like a lot of the time.
No, you weren't homeless during the time I was really.
Oh no, when you knew me, no.
Oh, okay, okay. I was gonna say,
there's ups and downs.
Oh, so this is the whole life journey right here. You're taking me through the journey, the whole ride.
Taking it back.
Okay. So, anyways, you got out of a relationship. You said how long again?
We were together for 13 years, and it was this was the actual real. We broke up a couple times, but this is like the real one. We weren't together for like a year and a half. And this is my first time going to jail without her being there. And I'm not trying to blame her for my addiction or anything, but just the fact of me like wanting to take care of her and make sure she's cool, that weight wasn't there no more. Like I always wanted to make sure that she was cool, and I just disregarded myself.
But do you think when you were going through this process, do you think that gave you strength, or in the time you think it was something that was hard to deal with? Do you think?
I think it's a little bit of both, but I didn't see that it gave me strength in the moment. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I see it now.
Sometimes when we go through the hardest times in our life, we don't see it like that.
Yeah.
And sometimes when we're going through these things, that's the moment to really look back on your life and think about how you could be better. But sometimes we need those downfalls to keep us in check.
We had a good run, don't say we didn't. I was your first love, and you were my first one. Cheers to all the memories, the venom and the remedy.
To all the barbers out there that want to learn how to cut hair, remember guys, a simple taper within your design can make the design look so much better. So this is obviously a paper plane. The lines behind it is indicating that it's in flight. Well, this fading is indicating that this is causing some type of disturbance in the wind. So it's giving texture, it's giving the design some life. So don't be afraid to fade your designs, guys.
In other words, this design is fly.
Oh, baby, bye. It's for the best, and you know why.
If you have any messages, any word of encouragement to the audience, anybody that might be dealing with, you know, addiction or just dealing with a daily life of depression, you have any word of encouragement for anyone in the audience, any viewers?
You're not alone, you know, like whatever you're going through, you may feel like you're really alone and no one else can relate to what you're going through, but that's not true, you know, like all you got to do is speak up and ask for help, reach out to people that care about you, even just a stranger maybe, you know, like you never know what you can hear from a stranger that you could take with you.
Well, God could put just random people in your life to give you the perfect message.
Right.
You know, he could put a homeless man in your life to give you the right message, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes we don't want to hear that until the time is right.
Timing is you know, a big part of things, but everything happens for a reason for sure.
You know what my jiu-jitsu instructors taught me, and it stuck with me so much over the years? He says, the right move at the wrong time is the wrong move. And I felt that so deep,
Right.
you know what I mean? So I was like, damn. And that's just not in
real
jiu-jitsu,
shit.
that goes to life, guys,
Yeah.
you know? The right move at the wrong time is a wrong move. If that's some inspiration for you to pick up your barber equipment, pick up your tools, pick up anything you want to do. If you do nails, pick up those, you know, those polishes. If you're a barber, pick up your clippers. If you're a construction worker, you know, try to start your first business. Do what you want to do in life, love what you do, and you'll die happy.
Yeah, one more thing, like, you know, if you're going through your day, do something nice for someone, you know, like reach out and help someone, open a door for someone. Just
random acts of kindness.
Yeah,
Compliment
exactly.
somebody. Hey, I like your shoes, or hey, you have a nice
Yeah.
haircut, or because that might be the world to somebody.
Exactly.
But to you, it's nothing. It's just 2-3 seconds of your time. Hey, I like your haircut. That's really fresh.
Yep.
But to them, that could have changed their life. They could have been wanting to commit suicide that
Yep.
day. They could have had someone in their family that passed, and they're ready to drink that bottle down. You know. So, you know, guys, it gives you something to think about after this video ends. Is just do some random acts of kindness, guys. You know. I'm here cutting hair at the park for free, doing something nice for someone. You'll be surprised how much people will do for you when you start doing a little for them, you know?
Yeah, and I really appreciate it too, because I didn't even tell you this part. Like this haircut right here, like made my whole month, dude. Like I was having a hella bad day the last 2 days. I almost left the program.
No.
Because I was going through it with my ex, like, and it kind of pissed me off because it's just like, wow, like this isn't like a good reason to leave at all. And I felt like it was so stupid and so little, and just like a couple words that she said to me was, I was just ready to throw the towel in and risk everything that I've worked for. Just
the people we love sometimes could do that to us, Paradise.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I was ready to pack up my stuff and leave and go back to her. But instead, you know, I talked to some people, I talked it out, my sponsor mainly, and, you know, I feel a lot better about it. But just knowing that I was going to meet up with you to get this haircut and stuff, like,
gave you a little bit of strength to
Yeah.
keep the day and the week
Yeah.
going. If you honestly ever need someone, and I told you this over the phone when we talked a week ago, if you ever need someone to talk to, or someone to chop it up, or someone to laugh with real fast, you can always call.
I appreciate that. Oh, another thing I want to say is, for anyone out there using fentanyl, be fucking careful, man. Like, that shit's killing people these days. Like, I know that's the main reason why I'm not back out in the streets, is because I don't want to fucking die. Like, that's real shit. So if you're using and you're not ready to quit, keep some Narcan on you.
And what is Narcan?
Narcan's like it's a little device that you can like shoot up someone's nose, or it'll throw you into like kicks.
Thank you guys for tuning in this week's video. There's the aftermath. Please share this video with somebody that might take these conversations and apply it to their lives. We got to spread love in this world, and this is the way to do it, guys. Share this video, like, subscribe. It's your boy DK, tuning out.
He goes, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. Woo, it's been too long, dude.
Share this video from... See
that fly ass haircut? That's why I feel like you're so good at what you do, because you actually really love it.
I mean, the message would be just to go for your dreams and do what you got to do regardless of complications, anxiety, depression. You're going to have all that stuff in your life regardless, so you might as well do what you love to do, and that's what I'm here doing.
Subscribe to my boy DK the Barber.
Man scheme in the dirty with my hands clean. Never been the type of they could castrate. 5th grade, I was selling candy to my classmates. I ain't call her back, I let her